Good morning, football fans, and welcome to our very special Thanksgiving episode of 3 and Out. The 3 and Out Thanksgiving special, if you will, whichever you like to call it. We are ready. It is bright and early. Well, not even bright yet because the sun is almost up. It is 6 a.m. over on the Pacific Coast, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast, and we are here on the Wednesday morning, November 26th, the day before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Eve, if you will, to talk a whole bunch of football. Well, here we go, guys. We have so much to get into today, man. I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a really fun episode. Yes, it'll be under 2 hours, but it'll still be pretty long. Why? Because we have so much to get into today. I mean, from the very beginning, Max Preps did the right thing. I mean, that is going to be a huge topic of today's show because, well, yeah, Max Preps did exactly what they should have done. And that, to me, is very special because, well, you know, again, we love winners and teams who deserve things. So, yeah, they did the right thing. Very happy because we have a new number one team in the nation. So I will take that 1,000 times over. Also, we have playoff action in the 3C2A. The NJCAA bracket is set. We are moving through the Division 3, Division 2 brackets and NAIA brackets. And, of course, the FCS just got started. We have so much to get into today. Of course, recapping our NFL games from this past week, both Sunday night and Monday Night Football. We have 3 games to get into this coming, well, tomorrow on Thanksgiving. Who do we think will be winners in that game, and who do we think will be the teams in the receiving end on a bad day? I mean, on a Thanksgiving day in a bad way. So, tongue twister there. But we have ourselves a great show today, y'all. Be ready to roll. Football time is here. Let's do this. You are now tuned in live to the 3 and Out Thanksgiving special right here on iSports Radio. Your director for all that is sports. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, football fans all around the world. We appreciate you all so very much for tuning in. Again, welcome to the 3 and Out Thanksgiving special right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. As you can see, we still got the lights on over here, y'all. They'll be disappearing in a few minutes because the sun is coming up over the horizon from the East Coast. But yes, it is 6 a.m. here. It's the only time we can make it happen. But Teran and I really wanted to try to make this one happen early on in the week. Obviously, we skipped Sunday because it's like, hey, it's my week off, teacher life. So week off, but I figured, hey, we got to make today's show really fun because we got 3 games for Thanksgiving. So, you know, we got to get all that taken care of. And, of course, tons of recap and plenty of things to get through today. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we, of course, have our boy in the house, man, to help me do that all today. He is the co-host of this show, 3 and Out. Of course, he had a monster show on Monday talking all things volleyball and Set Point, our volleyball show here on iSports Radio. And, of course, he is our SoCal insider and just all-around great dude. Ladies and gentlemen, iSports Radio Hall of Famer, my boy, Mr. Teran Rodriguez. Good morning, sir. How are you doing today, man?
Hey, Larry. Good morning to you, too. Ready to talk some football on this Thanksgiving Eve episode. It's sure to be a fun one. We have quite a bit to talk about.
Oh, we do. So much to get into today, man. This is exciting. I mean, like again, I said, you know, we have oh my gosh, there's some good topics today. And of course, the big thing is, I mean, there always is, but the big thing, of course, is tomorrow's games. We got some fun ones. Tomorrow, I think these games are a big season definer for some of these teams tomorrow, man. And then, of course, how can I forget, Darren? We have also Black Friday football. I forgot about that. So we got Black Friday football. We got CIF championships coming on up here. We have, CIF championships and semis and all that stuff coming up. We got playoffs going on and everything now, including everything but the FBS, So, I mean, we are just rolling right now in football, man. So glad to have you here. As always, like to start the show off, man. How you doing, brother? How are you doing this week?
I'm doing good. Yesterday, I went to the CIF Southern Section football luncheon in terms of the teams that made the finals. And it's quite an honor for a lot of these teams. 32 teams will be playing for a CIF Southern Section championship, from Division I in 11-man to all the way down to Division II in 8-man. So it's gonna be fun times, and there's no better feeling to be practicing on Thanksgiving if you're playing high school football.
I'll tell you right now, man, that was the goal. That's always the goal, right? You got to practice on Thanksgiving. That's the goal, because that means you made it. And there's no better feeling. Well, I mean, there's plenty of other ones, but I'm just saying, in high school football, man, that's where you want to be. And I remember one of my coaches in high school always used to say that. I already canceled my plans for Thanksgiving. And you know what, man? I love that. To me, that was one of the coolest things ever, because it can show you how much that he believed in us. You know what I mean? Like, that's the goal, and it hasn't changed since. You got to, you cancel your Thanksgiving plans because you got football to take care of. And you know what, man? That's pretty awesome. So to the teams who that's a reality for, we'll be getting into that in a few minutes and plenty more. So, all right, Teran. Well, let's go ahead and do this thing real quick, man. Let's go ahead and take ourselves a quick break. And, of course, get things situated. Let our fans kind of trickle in. We got so much to get into, man. We got, of course, the NFL to start off with, the recap of both Sunday night and Monday Night Football. And, of course, we have, a little bit of action, a little bit of early on in the day, a little bit of early on the week football here in college. So plenty to get into, man. We're going to take ourselves a short break, tell you where you can check us out, where you can check out all of our goodies, and, of course, the return of our IE Sports Radio website coming very soon. Lots coming on here, of course. So take us a quick break. When we get back, we'll be talking plenty of football right here on 3 and Out on IE Sports Radio, your directory for all that is sports. Be right back after this. For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single-A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all-brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
And welcome back to 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Getting ready to talk a whole bunch of football this beautiful Wednesday morning, Thanksgiving Eve. Check out our awesome sponsor down below, Planet Jerky. You know where to find them. You just heard a whole bunch about those guys. And of course, check out all of our stuff here on social media. Give us a follow on X, TikTok, YouTube. Subscribe to us. Show us some love. Give us a follow. And of course, like I said, the website coming back very soon. So we appreciate all you guys. You guys are amazing. Teran, of course, we didn't do our show on Sunday. So silly me. We got to recap the entire freaking week from last week. And then, of course, we're going to go hyperspeed. We're going to have some fun here, Teran, and get on into the NFL and talk about our recaps here. With that said, man, what a crazy week in football. I mean, oh my gosh, that was pretty exciting. There were some games that I wish I didn't watch. Teran, I think you know what game that is.
Yes.
No, but we'll get into that horrible mistake of a scheduling there very soon. But Teran, let's go ahead and get on into it, man, and get to the recap for this past week and go kind of quick here. Chiefs survive in overtime, man. Kansas City storms back from a 20-9 as Patrick Mahomes throws for 352 yards and Harrison Butker drives 5 field goals, man, including the game OT winner. So Chiefs snapped their skid and now moved to 6-5 in a thriller and overhead. To me, that was a defining game for them. They had to win that thing. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, that was a massive win for the Chiefs. They needed that one in the worst way. I wouldn't say that was like must win, but they needed that win in order to keep pace with the entirety of the AFC. So gotta watch out for the Colts, though. I mean, I'm a little interested to see what they're going to do because the second half they just look lost offensively. But the Chiefs, they just continue to find a way. Yeah.
They do. And honestly, man, that was a really fun game. Just lots of back and forth in that game. And again, just made you think, I mean, are the Chiefs really, they look real now. They look human. The Colts, they look unhuman now. I mean, it's pretty cool, so we're going to see. So, all right, Bears hold on in the thriller, man. Caleb Williams throws for 3 touchdowns. I cannot believe the Bears right now. DJ Moore scores twice. I mean, this is crazy, man. Chicago escapes the 31-28 victory despite a late Steelers push, man. With Aaron Rodgers sidelined, the Bears move to 8-3 and stay atop of the NFC North. Teran, who are these guys?
Don't look now, but the Bears are on a little bit of a win streak, but now their schedule is going to start to take a little bit of an uptick. I mean, obviously the Steelers didn't have Aaron Rodgers, but still, the fact that the Bears were able to win that was still pretty impressive. And just like that, the Steelers' grip on the AFC North is not as strong, which we're about to see in a little bit.
We are. It's crazy. It's crazy even thinking right now, but that's where we are right now. And the Bears, I'm telling you, flood the Twilight Zone right now. Freaking Bears. Who are these guys, man? It's crazy. So Patriots stay red hot, man. New England rallies from 10. Can you believe that? They were down by 10, man, to beat the Bengals 26-20. To me, the hardest part to believe for me was that they were even what do you call it? The Bengals even led. That was the thing for me. But yeah, crazy, man. But okay. So they rally from 10 down to beat the Bengals 26-20, extending their win streak to 9 straight, dude. 9 straight, becoming the NFL's first 10-win team. Wow. Drake May delivers again, and the Patriots defense swings the game with 2 pick sixes. Dude, this was crazy.
Yeah, a real good win for the Patriots. I mean, they could have won a little bit more convincingly, but I'll say this. You can only play the teams on your schedule, and I think the Patriots are inching ever so close to clinching the AFC East, which would mean having a home game instantly. So Patriots just keep on winning. Even though it's an ugly fashion, they just keep winning.
And you know what, dude? That's the formula. They're looking good, and I'm very impressed because I did not see the Patriots look this good. I did not. I'm telling you right now, I did not see this team looking this good this year. So lots of surprises, man. So Ravens keep rolling. Baltimore grinds out a 5th straight win, beating the Jets 23-10 behind 2 Derrick Henry touchdowns and a tough defensive effort. The Ravens claw back to a 6-5 record now and stay right in the AFC North race.
And just like that, they're actually in first place, which is unheard of. I mean, this Ravens team was pretty much dead in the water going into the bye. But now that they've kind of got healthy, they're now back to being on their A game, and they're starting to become the Ravens team that we all thought they would be. So it's a great win for the Ravens, and I think Steelers have kind of got to watch out because the Ravens are on a heater.
Yeah, I think the Steelers right now are starting to lose. It's I don't know, man. I don't see good things for the Steelers. I just that fan base needs to they need to brace themselves. But the Ravens, yeah, here they come, man. Here they come. So Titans fight back but fall short. Oh, tough one, man. Tennessee shows heart but can't complete the comeback, dropping to 1-10 after a 30-24 loss to Seattle. Cam Ward flashed a little bit here and there, but what's his name? Samir Dyke delivered 2 touchdowns, but the Titans, dude, they ran out of gas in Nashville, and the Seahawks, man, here they come.
Yeah, Seahawks needed this win in the worst way after they got drubbed, drubbed, but they lost to the Rams in a crucial game. But I will say this for Cam Ward, this was clearly his best game as a pro. It's just that the Titans need to build around him. So I think for the Titans, positive step in the right direction, but still a loss. Seahawks still keep pace with the Rams in the NFC West.
Which is pretty crazy. I like this, man. It's a fun little race here between these two teams. So really enjoying this NFC West this year. It's very up and downish. So Packers dominate at Lambeau, man. Emmanuel Wilson goes off with 107 yards and 2 touchdowns as Green Bay smothers the Vikings 23-6, man. Jordan Love, efficient. Defense clamps down, and the Pack stayed tight in the NFC North race. This is fun.
Indeed. Packers really needed this win in the worst way, and they did it without Josh Jacobs, who was hurt. So Emmanuel Wilson really stepped up. For the Vikings, they're just kind of a dumpster fire at this point. And so I'm not saying that to be derogatory, but you look at their entire division, every team is like within one another, while the Vikings are just bringing up the rear. And they might be without 9, a.k.a. J.J. McCarthy, for the next game. But even with him, it's just not looking good for the Vikings.
No, and you feel bad for him, man. The Vikings, I had so many high hopes for this team. I really thought this team was going to be a complete success this year. Again, dude, my prediction this year, obviously, this goes to show you predictions don't mean anything. Kind of fun to do it. But yeah, dude, I mean, come on now. I had it a 3-horse race between the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings, and the Bears sitting in the freaking basement. And it's kind of the opposite now. I mean, it's crazy. It's not entirely the opposite, but still, it's pretty crazy to see it. So, all right, man. So, Jahmyr Gibbs, man, game changer. He explodes for 219 total yards on 3 touchdowns, including a 69-yard walk-off overtime score. I mean, it's incredible, man. As the Lions outlast the Giants, which I don't know, man. That's I'm just saying. I know every win in the NFL is a win, but if you're going in overtime with the Giants. Anyway, they outlast the Giants 34-27 in a wild Ford Field thriller. Amon-Ra shines, Huck seals it. Detroit stays in the NFC North hunt. What do you think? Was that a good game for the Lions? Was that a good game for the Giants? A bad game for the Lions? I mean, what do you think?
It was kind of a grinded out game for the Lions, and this game had pretty much everything: overtime, a 200-yard rusher, a quarterback that caught a touchdown pass, everything. So I think the Giants might be one of the more fun sub-500 teams, but the Lions don't lose back-to-back games, and especially since they need the win in order to keep up with the Packers and Bears. So a good win for the Lions. Let's see how they do against the Packers come Thanksgiving Day.
Let's see, man. It's going to be fun tomorrow. Raiders stalled in the desert. Las Vegas falls 24-10 as Shedeur Sanders shines in his first NFL start, and Myles Garrett wrecks the day with 3 sacks. Geno connects with GNT late, but penalties and a slow offense, and Las Vegas looking like crap, and I don't know, everything just culminated in this game to obviously show how horrible the Raiders really are. Then they fire Chip Kelly right after, and now they still owe him $18 billion. So he's like, I don't care. And this team still looks like a gosh dang dumpster fire. Everything about the Raiders just makes you want to laugh. And even though the Browns are like the second worst, I mean, the Browns and the Titans are still laughable, but it's just two laughable teams playing each other, and the worser of the stupid laughable teams lost. I mean, that's all there is to it. So it was a horrible game. The Raiders look terrible, and yeah, it's just one of those games where you want to. As a Raider fan, you just say, "Well, that's our team." Teran, what do you think?
Yeah, this was the battle of the dumpster fire versus the clown car, and the dumpster fire kind of wound up winning. So, look, the Browns made a lot of history as, I think, didn't they have like 10 sacks against the Raiders? And
Yeah,
Shedeur Saunders became the first Browns quarterback to win his starting debut in Cleveland Browns history. So, Raiders had to have been some kind of bad in order for them to allow that. Oh, also the Raiders, their O-line sucks.
oh,
Tino
they're
had little
terrible.
to no time to throw. This just felt like one of those forgettable games. This felt like this game should have been played on the Disney Channel.
Yeah, man, that was a horrible football game. I don't even understand how that was terrible. And the offensive line is absolutely horrible. No protection. Not that Gino is any good, because even with protection, he's not that good. So I don't know. This team sucks. That's all there is to it. So good for the Browns. They still suck. It's, I mean, again, this is what happens when two JV teams play, right? You get a JV game, you get a JV winner, and you get a JV loser. I mean, that's what it is. So Jaguars survive in the desert, man. Trey Lawrence throws 3 touchdowns, and Cam Little drills 52-yard yarders, including the overtime winner as Jacksonville escapes Arizona 27-24. Great game. That was actually a pretty fun one. The Cards fight behind Brissett and Dortch, but constantly lots of stalls, and just, I don't know, man. This is kind of a rough game for them. But Jags get it done, man. What do you think?
Yeah, the Jags seem to always win ugly too. I mean, they're so inconsistent. One week they look like they're world beaters. The next minute they look like they don't belong in the contender category. But the Jags keep finding ways to win, and that's big just because it keeps them well within the division race, and it also keeps them in a wild card spot. So I think it's a great win for the Jags. And watch out, because they're only one game behind the Colts.
Which is pretty crazy, right? You gotta love that. These guys, the AFC South, we used to call it the most open division. This still is, but it's actually getting kind of competitive, though, in a good way. So kind of cool, except for the Titans. But Falcons and the skid. How about this, man? Freaking Falcons! Like, I was not expecting this team to play as good as, I don't know. They're weird, dude. The Falcons are the weirdest team. Just because there's so much there. I think there's a lot of potential, a lot of talent, but just when you look at the team overall, I don't know. It's they get a quarterback now. They actually get a dude, but unfortunately, the dude got hurt. So I don't know, man. But freaking Kirk Cousins, dude, he gets in. Kirk Cousins throws 2 touchdowns, including a 49-yard bomb to Darnell Mooney, and Atlanta snaps a 5-game losing streak with a 24-10 win over New Orleans. Obviously, New Orleans like one of the worst teams ever as well right now. But the Dirty Birds defense seals it late with a Xavier Watts interception. Dude, the Falcons, I mean, they're up and down and all around, but when it comes down to it, hey, they beat their rival, and I guess they're still in it, right?
Mathematically, they are still in it. I mean, it's going to be tough without Michael Penix Jr., but Kirk Cousins did prove that he still has it in him. The Saints, on the other hand, they're just bad offensively. They're a gong show. They just have no offensive synergy, and Tyler Shuck is not their guy no matter what. So I expect the Saints to be drafting in the top 5 of the draft.
Again. Congratulations.
Yes, again.
They're hanging out with the Raiders sweepstakes. So Cowboys stun the Eagles, man, down 21-0. Dak Prescott leads an unbelievable rally with a 350 54-yard, 2-touchdown performance and a clutch rushing score before Brandon Aubrey drills the walk-off field goal. Dallas takes it 24-21 in a wild NFC East thriller. I don't know what to say about this game, man. Good old Dak Prescott makes it happen. I mean, he is a damn good quarterback. We know that. It's just his team isn't very good, and the inconsistency is terrible. But finally, a game that the Cowboys can hang their hat on. And as for the Eagles, should they be worried, or was that just a blip?
I think the Eagles should be a little worried because it felt like the Eagles' offense was starting to get it together, but they stalled out in the second half. They couldn't move the ball. They were missing field goals. Cowboys deserve a lot of credit. They also forced turnovers against the Eagles as well, as they got a fumble. They forced a fumble and recovered it. They forced a fumble on a punt return, recovered it. Although the Cowboys could have won a little bit more convincingly, I thought their defense shined, and Dak Prescott actually did break a record. He actually broke the passing yards record of all time. He's now the Dallas Cowboys all-time passing yards leader, surpassing Tony Romo. So it's a big win for the Cowboys as it puts them in the wild card hunt.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, think about that. The freaking Cowboys. Who would have thought, right? Of all teams. So yeah, not me. That's so crazy. Rams dominate. Look at that jersey Teran's wearing over there. Rams dominate under the lights, man. Matthew Stafford. This was a fun game, man. This was a good old Sunday night football battle here. I enjoyed it, man. Matthew Stafford dices up Tampa Bay with 3 touchdowns. Devontae Adams goes off again, and Kobe Durant takes a pick 6 to the house. Hey, as the NFC leading Rams, who I honestly think, Teran, are the best freaking team right now in the entire NFL. They roll to a 34-7 victory at SoFi. LA improves to 9-2 and keeps control of the West. The Bucks have some problems, dude, but the Rams, no problems here.
Yeah, Rams are looking really good, and everyone's saying they're the best team in the NFL. I actually agree with them. They're at least one of them, but they just look like a dangerous team, and you said it best. They're now the leaders of the NFC. And for Tampa, it's kind of getting a little dangerous because how long will they be without Baker Mayfield? Because he did unfortunately hurt his arm. So hopefully for his sake, he'll be back soon. But just when we all thought the Bucks couldn't get any more injured, Baker gets hurt.
Rough go, right? I guess you want better for them. It sucks, man. But we'll talk about the Rams in a few minutes. But Monday Night Football's game was a weird one. I thought it would be weird at the start. Then I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. And then it just turned out being another weirdo here. But Christian McCaffrey torches his former team. Under 142 yards on the ground and a touchdown as the 49ers grind out a physical 20-9 win over the Panthers on Monday Night Football. San Francisco now moves to 8-4 and keeps pace in the NFC West race. I mean, it's not like they're leading or they're the best team in the NFC West. Obviously, the Rams are. But hey, they got a victory over a team that I can't really call the Panthers a JV team right now. They look actually pretty okay, pretty competitive. But yeah, it's kind of a weird game though on Monday night.
Yeah, and honestly, the Niners did need this one. This was kind of the Christian McCaffrey game where he was able to beat his former team. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they caught the Niners getting healthy at the worst time. So I think for the Panthers, they still have a chance to be division champions, especially with the situation that Tampa's in. But the Niners need this win to keep pace with the other teams in terms of the NFC wild card. So I thought this is a massive win for the Niners. They could be a sneaky team going forward, and they could be a team that no one wants to play come playoff time.
Yeah, man, the Niners are odd, aren't they? I mean, who's still hurt on that team?
Oh, Bosa's out for the year. Warner's out for the year.
That's right, Warner's out for the year. Trying to think of everybody who's actually still, because I mean, honestly, dude, like I'm telling you, these guys, I don't know, man, they're sneaky. Honestly, I really think that there's something there with the Niners. I know injuries seem to always plague them, but dude, I'm telling you, like, I don't know what it is. The Niners have this sneaky thing about them, and I don't know, but then again, I feel like the sneakiness will be overran by the by the good old Rams because, well, the Rams obviously right now are the cream of the crop. But yeah, dude. So I don't know, kind of a crazy one there. But Christian McCaffrey obviously showing that he's still the guy. He's still a dominant player in the NFL. Obviously, I know he's had some injuries and everything, but the dude is a freaking monster, and just continues to show off how good he really is. And overall, I think for the Panthers overall, man, what do you think? I mean, do you see them turning a corner right now? I mean, they're better than they were last year, but can you call them a competitive team, or maybe even going into next year? Do you see this as a much better competitive team, or do you feel that the Panthers are just kind of they're middle of the road, but this is as best as they're going to get for the next couple of years? What do you think?
Well, it's going to depend on what the Panthers show these next few games. I mean, their next games are against the Rams, and then they're at the Saints, and then they've got 2 games against the Bucs and the Seahawks. So I think their games against the Bucs are really going to show what this Panthers team can really do. And again, they're in a good situation just because if they can beat the Bucs, and if the Bucs just suddenly go south, I think the Panthers have a chance. But it's tough to really see this team as a contender. I don't think this team is anywhere near the contender category. But again, at least they're starting to turn some sort of corner.
No, I'm with you, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how they look. It's nice to see them, like you said, turn some kind of corner. I'll take that. So, all right, Teran. Well, that's where we're gonna leave it for the NFL for right now, because we're going to come back in a little bit to preview, of course, the Thanksgiving games. Then we'll be back on Saturday to talk about the rest. But all right, Teran, let's go ahead and switch on some gears, man. Go over to a little bit of FBS action, because we did have a little bit of action yesterday. Bowling Green Teran, this game should have been on Cartoon Network. Okay, this should have been on the Discovery Channel. Yeah. 2 horrible college teams. You feel bad for them. Bowling Green hands UMass their 12th loss of the victory. Teran, I think it's safe to say that the Minutemen are not going bowling this year. Yeah. No. 45-14. Bowling Green gets their 4th win of the year. I mean, both teams are just terrible. But yeah, a little bit of action there in the early on in the week, but 45-14 on the road. Bowling Green gets the victory. And then, of course, Western Michigan, 8-4 on the season. Sneaky good Broncos, man. They look pretty solid. They've had a rivalry game last night. Pretty fun one. Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan. Max Crosby's alma mater there in Eastern Michigan. But 31-21, fun little rivalry game on Thanksgiving week. This was a good one, dude. Kim goes off, man. Their quarterback, Kim, 327 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, pretty good day at the office for Eastern Michigan. But they led in all categories, believe it or not, over Western Michigan. Western Michigan just had a better overall performance, 31-21 on the road. So what do you think about those 2 games, man?
Bowling Green UMass was pretty much what we expected. I mean, come on, let's be honest. UMass, even if they had won that one, that would have. I'm surprised it was on ESPNU. But Western Michigan winning is huge, just because now that pretty much officially locks them in as the MAC regular season champion, and it punches their ticket to the MAC championship. So it's not a matter of if they'll make the championship. It's a matter of who they'll face. I mean, you've got other good teams such as Central Michigan, Ohio, Toledo, and Miami of Ohio. So it's a wait-and-see process for Western Michigan.
Holy Toledo, Teran. I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'm with you, man. This is crazy. I love it. Though. You gotta have some fun there in the earlier weeks. Really enjoy these earlier in the week games, man. I really do. The Maction games, the MAC. I love the little name they gave them, and screw it. They're having fun playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. You get football every day, Teran. You get football every day, no matter what kind of football it is. So I enjoy it. It's fun. But all right, Teran, let's go ahead and talk about, of course, on Thursday, of course, we have a fun game. Navy, Memphis. Want to have some picks there. This is a good game, actually. In the American Conference, Navy at 8-2. Memphis at 8-3. They get to play basically same time as Thursday Night Football, well, about 45 minutes before. Should be a fun game. What do you think?
Yeah, this one actually should be a pretty good game. I mean, Navy actually might be fighting for a spot in the conference. It's a conference's tournament or conference championship.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're 6-1, Tulane's 6-1, and North Texas is 6-1. So Navy could ill afford to lose this one if they want to have some sort of chance of making the conference. Well, they do have to win this one in order to make the conference championship game. So Memphis is still out to play spoiler, and Memphis is already bowling. It's Navy that's the one that's pretty much as the pressure on them. I'll go with Navy.
I'm going to go with Memphis and their really cool uniforms there. And you knew I was going to pick those guys, right? I'm going to see what they got. But all right there. And then, of course, screw it. Let's go ahead and talk about this next one on Friday. Well, we got a couple games on Friday. We'll just make a pick 'em here. And, this will be fun. A little pick 'em. And then we'll just go on to our next deal because then Saturday we got. But all right, Terrence. So we're going to go faster here. Friday, though, we got some good games on Black Friday, man. A little SEC action. Number 7, Ole Miss. They're 10-1. Mississippi State, 5-6. Who you got?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss all day long. Number 13, Utah taking on Kansas. That'll be fun. Big 12 matchup. Who you got?
Utah barely beat Kansas State, but I see them beating Kansas.
I'm with you. Iowa 7-4. Nebraska 7-4. Big 10. Who you got?
I'm going to take Iowa. I think Iowa will handle Nebraska, especially if Nebraska doesn't have Dylan Raiola.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a huge key factor. Ohio 7-4. Buffalo fighting for a bowl. Fighting to be bowl eligible. They're 5-6. Does Buffalo win it at home, or does Ohio take that away from them?
Ohio, because they're fighting for a spot in the MAC championship.
Yeah, that is going to be fun. I'll take them as well. Kent State 4-7. Northern Illinois 3-8. Some more MACtion. But I don't know how much MACtion we're actually going to get in this game. Both teams are pretty much done for the year. But who are you taking?
I'll take Northern Illinois.
Yeah, the Huskies are at home. Screw it. Air Force 3-8. Colorado State 2-9. Another toilet bowl here in the Mountain West. What do you got?
Oh God.
I know.
Air Force.
Screw it. Yeah. I'll take Colorado State. Screw it. It doesn't matter. 2 Colorado teams going head to head. It's bad. But we do have a fun one here. Number 4, Georgia at 10-1. Georgia Tech 9-2. Little Black Friday action. Number 23, Georgia Tech, by the way. This is a rivalry game, and this actually has a lot on the line for both teams. What do you think?
I'll take Georgia, but Georgia Tech is still having a great season. I'm not sure what Georgia's going to be, or Georgia Tech's going to be going to the ACC championship. No, they're not. But still, this one's going to be a fun one. I mean, this would have a lot more implications if Georgia Tech was still in the category of they'd be making the college football playoff, but it'll still be fun regardless. And maybe Georgia Tech can play spoiler.
I hope they do. I want to pick them so bad. I'm going to go safe and pick Georgia, but oh my gosh, how fun would it be if Georgia Tech won that thing? San Diego State at 9-2. New Mexico, who's actually good right now. I have not seen a good Lobos team since ever. So the Aztecs make their way on over to New Mexico to play these guys, man. Who are you taking?
I got to take San Diego State. I think they're still red hot. And I just feel that they have that it factor. It might be close, though, but San Diego State's offense should be able to work the ball to their advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to go SDSU as well, but yeah, UNM, dude, don't be surprised. This is a good football team right now. So I'm, again, very surprised that they're this good. I mean, it's crazy, but Temple at 5-6 in the American League, a little American League action. Temple at 5-6, the Mean Green of Texas at 10-1. Darren, who are you taking?
I'll take North Texas easy money.
Oh, they're going to be mean. Well, we're going to see it. It's going to be a fun game, but yeah, I'll take them as well. Boise State 7-4. Oh, Utah State 6-5. We got a little horse battle. Aggies and Broncos. Who are you taking?
I'll take Boise State.
Yeah, I think they're going to outdo, but we'll see. This will be a fun one. I mean, again, they should win this one really easily, but it'd be fun to see a little tussle here. Another in-state battle here. Not that this one's going to be anything fun, but number 2, Indiana, 11-1. Purdue, 2-9. Teran, is this even worth talking about?
No, Indiana's going to win this one easy.
Landslide. We got a fun one here, a little SEC action. Number 3, Texas A&M, number 16, Texas. This is definitely one of the better games of the day. Can Texas get it together, or were their friends over in College Station just trample over this team? Texas is weird. They're the weirdest, like I always said, the weirdest good team in college football. I don't know, dude. I don't trust them. I'm going College Station all day. What do you think?
Yeah, Texas A&M is just a little bit more consistent other than that South Carolina game. I just think that A&M will just be better in every way possible than Texas. But if Arch Manning does play his best, maybe it gets interesting. But I got A&M.
Me too. A&M all day. And number 25, Arizona, taking on number 20, Arizona State. This is one of the most funnest territorial cups I think we're ever going to see. They're both ranked. They're both like meaning business. They're both bowl eligible. This is a fun one. They're fighting in the Big 12, man. It's gonna be a really good game out in Tempe. Who you got?
Oh man, this one's gonna be tough.
know.
I'll take Arizona State, but it'll be close. This one is probably gonna be the most grueling territorial cup games ever.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun here. I'm gonna take the Wildcats. Screw it. I'm gonna see if they can win this one, man. But plenty more coming up, guys. Like I said, next on Saturday, we're talking about the big game, or the game, if you will. Ohio State, Michigan, that team up north versus that 4-letter word. That's a good battle coming up this week. We're gonna be talking about Clemson and South Carolina, a nice little South Carolina battle. Obviously, we have some good ones here. The Wisconsin, Minnesota, Vandy and Tennessee. That's going to be a fun one actually this year for the first time ever. I think the Iron Bowl coming on up, Alabama and Auburn. Obviously, the battle of the Victory Bell, UCLA, USC. Teran, we got a lot of good ones coming up. An old school battle here, Notre Dame and Stanford, even though they both think they're on the East Coast for somehow joining the ACC. I mean, Teran, we're going to have ourselves some fun, man. We have a lot of rivalry games coming on up this week. So we're talking about plenty of those, all of those on Saturday, man. But with that said, Teran, let's go ahead and switch it on over now into some high school football and get on track. These should all be pretty quick now because tournaments are winding down. You know, you're just kind of getting into the end of the playoffs here for some of these, especially like high school. But with that said, Teran, let's go ahead and get on in to our high school football and just talk about something that I think was just the best thing in the world. And Teran, when I text you, I love your response, man. The Max Preps got it right. Good for them. And they did, dude. They freaking did. Good for you, Max Preps. Good for you. All right, man. Well, we have a new number 1 team in the country. It's not that I disagree with them because I think they're a great team. I call them the best public school in the country. But now I kind of feel like the best public school in the country is the one right behind them. Regardless, though, if anybody's going to have number 1 right now, I'd give it to these guys, even though my number 1 is different. And that's not a knock on this team, but I just feel that my number 1, even though they have 1 loss, is extremely battle-tested. But number 1 now, the number 1 team in the nation is Grayson, and I'm proud of that. Good. Get St. Francis Academy out of there. Again, no offense to these high schoolers, but again, they didn't play IMG Academy this year. IMG Academy dropped off as well. Good. I'm happy for that. That needs to happen because they didn't play each other. And who have they really played this year? They played a few top teams, but they didn't deserve to be number 1. And that's good. So Grayson now, the Rams take over number 1. Another dominant Georgia playoff win, man. These guys keep it going, and good job for them. Number 2, we have Corona Centennial. Then we have St. Francis Academy, IMG Academy, Bishop Gorman, Santa Margarita, Buford, Edna Carr, South Lake, Carroll, Mater Dei. We have Carroll, St. Thomas Aquinas, DeMatha, Grimsley, De La Salle, Bixby, Baylor, Hamilton, Sierra Canyon, St. John Bosco, Cass Tech, Chaminade Madonna, Don Bosco Prep, Clay Chalkville, and Corner Canyon makes these guys, of course, state champs, get on in here into Utah, get back in that top 25. But Teran, before we continue with high school football, Max Preps got it right.
Indeed. And it was great that they were able to do that. And props to Grayson. They stayed the course and whatnot. Now, for Centennial, I kind of wonder if they win on Friday, do they make a compelling argument to jump Grayson? But for now, I think Grayson deserves their moment in the sun. We'll see what Centennial can do. But for now, Grayson, this is your moment. Congratulations on being the number 1 team in the nation.
Yes, they deserve it, Teran. They really do. And okay, let's go over a few things before we move on. St. Francis Academy and IMG Academy. Not playing means there's no true on-field comparison, right? Max
Right.
Preps finally adjusted for that, and I love that, which they should have done weeks ago. Their whole ranking system claims to prioritize schedule, difficulty, and quality wins, and St. Francis Academy's resume simply didn't stack up against the playoff gauntlets in California, Georgia, or even Texas. So good for them, and I'm happy. Okay, now Centennial is my number one, just because obviously we know how good this team is and who they play. This is the best Centennial team I think I've ever seen. And they have the strongest case for number one right now. They beat Mater Dei twice. They've gone through the toughest playoff bracket in the country, and their only loss was extremely early to Santa Margarita, who is now also a top 10-ish team. So the Huskies' resume is insane. I think they are the true number one. I think if they win state this year, obviously, or even just the Open or Division One, I do believe they need to be ranked number one. But if rankings were purely resume based, Centennial would be number one. And honestly, it wouldn't even be controversial. So Max Preps finally put respect on teams that have earned it. Grayson, Centennial, Buford, Edna Karr, South Lake Carroll. These teams, they played big games, have playoff wins, have elite competition, and stayed undefeated. So compared to St. Francis Academy's freelance schedule with only one truly elite opponent, or maybe 1-2, it's not comparable. So yep. My reaction, honestly, our reaction makes sense, Sarah. And honestly, it's refreshing to see Max Preps actually reward the on-field accomplishments instead of brand recognition, really. So there you go. So that's good job. Good for you, Max Preps. You guys are amazing. Turn, let's get into some high school football and continue it on here, man. So number 2, Centennial, number 6, Santa Margarita meet Friday. On Black Friday in the Rose Bowl, CIF Southern Section Division I Championship. Centennial beat Mater Dei twice this year, while Santa Margarita hasn't lost since Trent Mosley returned. Absolute heavyweight champion, a heavyweight collision coming. Who you got?
I got Corona Centennial, but you got to remember that Corona Centennial was one block punt away from actually beating Santa Margarita the first go around without their head coach. This time around, I think Corona Centennial will be ready for Santa Margarita. I think the Huskies will get the win. I expect a Matt Logan masterclass. I like what Santa Margarita has done. I think it's incredible what they've done under the first year of Carson Palmer. But I think Matt Logan and the Huskies will inch out the win.
I'm totally with you. I think that's going to be the case. I am so with it right now. I think Centennial's got this. I think they are the best team in the country. And Santa Margarita is going to be right there, though. It's going to be a hell of a fight. I love it, though. I mean, come on. Coach Logan, legendary coach. Carson Palmer, legendary quarterback, and now high school football coach. I love what we got here. It's going to be a fun game. I know. I think I'm going to get the subscription due to Max Preps because I want to see this one. This is going to be a fun game. Let's see who does it, man. I mean, it's the first. I mean, Mater Dei or Bosco, neither of them in this. This is crazy. We haven't seen this in so many years. Since what, 2012, like we said last time?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, yeah, man, something new, something different, and I'm just really, really excited for this. So, congratulations to both these teams for making it, and let's see who gets there. So, to me, again, I feel like this is huge because Centennial wins. I think they deserve the nod. So, all right, let's go ahead and move through a few of these here, man. So, number 1, Grayson travels to number 11, Carrollton, a huge 6A quarterfinal clash between these 12-0 teams. Rematch of last year's state title game where Grayson won 38-24. I don't know, dude. We talked about Carrollton a lot, but Grayson's pretty good. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Grayson. Yeah. No doubt in my mind, they're just going to continue to keep on rolling.
Grayson wins, Centennial wins. Who deserves to be number 1?
Oh, man.
I know.
It all depends on margin of victory, but I'll take Grayson.
Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like, I mean, if Grayson wins the state, if they both went out this year and Grayson wins state, I won't be mad. I mean, wins his national championship, I won't be mad. But I will say, Georgia football is tough. But if you look at Centennial's like freaking strength of schedule, dude, they deserve it. they deserve it a million times over. I mean, I
Right.
think Centennial still deserves it. But regardless, okay, moving forward, man, we have a couple more we're going to get into. Buford taking on Douglas County. So number 7, Buford takes on Douglas County again after winning 34-26 in September in that game. So Nebraska commit Dayton Raiola and the Wolves lock in for another deep run. Winner heads to the semifinal. Who are you taking?
I'm taking Buford.
I'm with you. This Georgia.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Good Georgia matchup here. Looking good for it. Texas. South Lake Carroll, man. Number 9, South Lake Carroll takes on Prosperous in round 3 for the Texas 6A D2 playoffs. Riley Dodds' squad hasn't scored under 35 all year. Angelo Renda and Brock Boyd keep looking unstoppable. I am sure South Lake Carroll is going to roll.
Yeah, that's a wild stat right there. But
yeah,
South Lake Carroll, easy money.
All day. Nevada State Championship. Number 5, Bishop Gorman goes for its 16th title since 2007 on Tuesday versus Arbor in Allegiant Stadium. So the Gales haven't lost to a Nevada team since 2019. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I think you know my pick, Teran. Yeah, somebody has to play good football in Allegiant Stadium, and I think it's going to be Bishop Gorman.
Yeah, Bishop Gorman wins.
Yeah, I hope the Raiders are in the stadium for that, so they can see what a real football team looks like. You know, a team that doesn't give up 55 sacks in a game, and you know, Teran, maybe I mean, So all right, so yeah, moving forward. We got Louisiana, Edna Carr, man. Number 8, Edna Carr puts its 25-game win streak on the line versus Evangel Christian Academy in the Select Division 1 quarterfinals. Carr is hunting for another state crown. Evangel looking for a major upset. What do you think?
Edna Carr, come on. Let's
all day long.
Edna Carr's going to roll through that. I think they're just red hot. I just don't see them slowing down by any means.
No, I'm totally with you, man. Arizona, we got number 18 Hamilton facing Chandler again after their wild 55-41 comeback 4 weeks ago. So winner advances to the Arizona Open division game. We have Michigan, number 21 Cass Tech versus Catholic Central at Ford Field in the Division 1 state title. Both teams are 13-0. Cass Tech looking to go back-to-back titles behind their superstar Donald Tabarin III. Or the second. Huge showdown there. New Jersey, Don Bosco Prep meets St. Joseph Regional for the non-public single A championship. Bosco won the regular season meeting 17-14 in overtime, so expect a thriller there. We have Florida football. St. Thomas Aquinas, number 12, St. Thomas Aquinas hosts MacArthur in the regional playoff Friday. So the Raiders keep hunting after another postseason run here, or with another deep postseason run. And then Utah, man, Corner Canyon. How about this? Number 25 at Corner Canyon is idle this week, but locked into the top 25 at 12-0 after another dominant season. The Chargers are one of the most dominant programs in the West, man. Congratulations to Corner Canyon. They got it done for another year.
They're pretty electrifying, if you ask me.
Very good football there, dude. So a little bit of high school football we just kind of got going on there. And there you have it. So yeah, like I said, plenty more to come. There's lots more football coming. Of course, with plenty, all these other different deals here. But those are the big ones from high school around the country, man. Anything else to add for high school before we move on?
I think that is it for the most part. High school season's winding down. State championships are being played, and regionals or southern sections are being played. It's championship Friday and Saturday is going to be bussin'. Oh,
it's going to be fun, dude. So, okay, we're going to take a quick break. One more quick little deal to show you where you can check out Teran's show, of course. And when we come back, man, we're going to roll, like literally roll. We got 3C2A playoffs, NJCAA playoffs, D3, D2, NAIA playoffs, and the FCS bracket is set. We'll run through that. And then we got some major college football to talk about, some previews for Thanksgiving. We're going to have ourselves some fun. So one short break, and we are coming on back. You are watching 3 and Out right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
everybody. This is Teran Rodriguez. Are you a fan of volleyball? Are you a fan of thunderous spikes? Then I have the show for you. Set Point, where I cover NCAA men's and women's volleyball, high school boys and girls volleyball, beach volleyball, and even professional volleyball. Catch the action every week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, right here on 3 It Out on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Teran, here we go, man. We're getting ready to rock and roll and run through these deals here on for some playoff action here, 3C2A. And all right, Teran, well, we got plenty of good stuff here, but overall, man, I mean, look, you gotta love when champions are crowned, right? That's my favorite. Well, the most deserving of the most deserving, and I think we're gonna have ourselves a really deserving championship here coming up pretty soon, man, because these teams are on fire. But a few deals here, man. Feather River, they win the American Championship, defeating De Anza. They capture the American Division title with a dominant 42-21 win over previously unbeaten De Anza. The Golden Eagles controlled the ground game and pulled away late to secure the title. Huge win here to close out the season. We have Siskiyous in the Northern California Bowl, defeating San Joaquin Valley 42-0 or 42-7. Siskiyous rolls past these guys, and in the Northern California Bowl, behind explosive offense and a shutdown defense. Congratulations to those guys. The Pepsi Sequoia Bowl, Foothill defeats Sequoias in overtime 28-29. Great game there, man. Overtime thriller, a gutsy 2-point stop in overtime seals it for the Owls in the wildest finish of the postseason so far, until later on that day, that is. And then we get on in to the Golden State Bowl. Los Medanos defeats Coalinga in a nice shootout here. They survive a furious rally from Coalinga to win 41-35 in a high-octane battle here. Pasadena also, they played in the Golden State Bowl as well. We have 2 Golden State Bowls. Classic game here. Pasadena takes the Golden State Bowl 35-30 over Citrus, using a late defensive stand to secure a win. Great finish for a strong season for the Lancers. The Beach Bowl, Grossmont wins by 1 point over West LA. 1 point drama in the Beach Bowl. Grossmont exits out West LA 21-20 in a defensive slugfest, capped off by a huge fourth quarter stop. The Griffins walk off as champions. We have the Gridiron Classic Bowl, where American River defeats Monterey Peninsula. Huge game here. American River controls the clock in the line of scrimmage, defeating Peninsula 20-14. A physical season victory there for the Beavers, capping off with a nice little bowl victory. Patriotic Bowl, we have Southwestern defeating Moore Park. Congratulations to the good old Jaguars of Southwestern, 31-7. Powered by a stifling defense and efficient offense, man. The Jaguars end their season in style. And then the Western Bowl, Antelope Valley, they got it done over San Bernardino Valley. FBVC should not hang their head, though, because they didn't have a team last year, and they came all the way back and played in the bowl game. Antelope Valley should be proud because they were horrible for years, and now they are a really good team. So Antelope Valley, they defend their home turf. They take down these guys, SBVC, in the Western Bowl, 26-14. Leaning on physical defense and red zone execution. So, Teran, obviously, we have the big games to talk about. But any thoughts on those games before we move on?
Those are some good bowl games. I really do think they were some darn good bowl games. Grossmont really impressed me, and they've really had a great turnaround. Remember, I think the 2 years ago they went 0-10, and then last year they went 1-9. So the fact that they went 9-1 and they wound up winning a bowl game to put them at 10-1 is very impressive. So keep an eye out on Grossmont.
It's exciting to see these guys, man. I really think that this is Grossmont used to be really, really, really good years ago, and then they kind of fell off. But who knows, man? We can see this team coming back on up to to what they used to be. So pretty cool, man. Good football games there and these bowl games all around. But we got to now roll on into the big ones, of course, because, well, this is what we came for. So Northern Regional playoffs here. Upset in the Bay. Fresno goes on the road, man. Fresno City, and they stun San Francisco. Congratulations, Teran. You picked those guys 56 to 38 to advance to the NorCal, in the NorCal playoffs in the semis. So the Rams offense was unstoppable after a strong afternoon, and they punched a ticket to the semis, man. What do you think?
Yeah, Fresno City, I had a feeling they would win. I wasn't too surprised. This one could have gone either way, but Fresno City just had a little bit more pop in their offense, and I think that was kind of the key right there. I thought San Francisco kind of slowed down, but in the end, Fresno City just looked like the team that deserved to advance. At the end of the day, Fresno City deserved to win, and they made the plays to get the win.
They looked good, dude. They looked really, really good. And then the other North game here, Diablo Valley, Downs Butte. We both picked them, man. Dominance in the trenches here, man. Diablo Valley rolls past Butte 30-7 to move on in the NorCal playoffs. The Vikings defense suffocated the Roadrunners, man, from start to finish. What a game.
Yeah, Diablo Valley, I thought, was just on its A game for the most part. I thought they just played some good, clean football, and they were able to just play their game and just overwhelm Butte.
They did, and they played really, really, really good. So, yeah, man. So now these two teams moving forward. We got Modesto on the schedule, San Mateo obviously on the schedule. So we'll get to those again on Saturday's show. But for right now, man, we're going to keep it at that because we still got a long show in front of us. But I'll tell you, dude, this is going to be a really, really fun 3C2A playoff here. And then, of course, getting on into the South, Ventura takes down Cerritos 41-37 in a wild showdown to advance in the SoCal bracket. Huge fourth quarter surge to keep the Pirates' hopes alive. And then, of course, sorry. Yeah, let's do one at a time. That sounds good.
Yeah, Ventura, I thought, played a great game, but credit Cerritos. That's a long drive up there to Ventura, but I thought Cerritos held their own for the most part, but in the end, I thought Ventura was able to make the plays possible to get the win. And Ventura, the 4 versus 5 matchup is so tough to predict, but I think Ventura was on its A game, and they'll be advancing to face Golden West.
They will, and that will be a lot of fun. So, all right, Sarah. Well, there's one game that I just had to save for last because, oh my gosh, this was freaking nuts. How? I mean, what in the crap, right? El Camino, good old Mount Sac. This would end this way. I'm just saying, it would end this way. 5 freaking overtimes. Mount San Antonio defeats El Camino 42-40 at home. It took 5 overtimes, Teran, but the Mounties down the Warriors, and they're on their way to the semis.
What a game. It just felt like the game that never wanted to end, but Mount Sac was able to just inch out the win. Great effort from El Camino playing Mount Sac that tough, but the Mounties, they're still the reigning state champs, or the reigning Southern California regional champs, and they'll have a chance to defend their crown against Saddleback this weekend.
Yeah, man, we're gonna have ourselves some fun with those on Saturday for dang sure. Because oh my gosh, like 5 overtimes, dude, like that's insane. So fun game there. I just wow. I mean, that's the kind of deal you want. I mean, that's football. That's football right there, and I love it. So great stuff there. Absolute battle in this game, man. But what a goal. What a victory for both. And what a victory for one team and a sucky loss for the other. But they fought. So Elko heads back to Hawthorne, and great game for them. But Mounties move on And then, of course, like you said, on Saturday here, we got Fresno City versus at San Mateo, and Diablo Valley at Modesto for the northern semis, basically the northern final, the state semis, if you will. And then, of course, Ventura at Golden West and Mount San Antonio at Saddleback coming up this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun, Teran. So, all right, let's move it on now over to some NJCAA and get on into these guys because, well, more junior college is always fun, right? So here we go, Teran. Not a lot here, of course. We got some fun ones because let me see. We only even have anything really because these games are all getting played like next week. But as of right now, from yesterday or from last week, we had the SWJCFC Championship. Tyler versus who are they? Northeastern Oklahoma A&M. Well, they won. Tyler won. The Apaches are the champions. They take down NEO A&M, and they stay perfect, man. They punch ticket to the postseason. Tyler keeps rolling. We thought they were, and they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler just was on one, and there was no doubt Tyler was going to slow down, or Tyler was going to win. I felt like there was no chance they were going to be slowing down by any means.
Yeah, they look good, dude. They're a good football team. Number 2, Iowa Western dominates Highland. Obviously, we thought this was going to be a big game in Council Bluffs, and they did. The Reavers blast Highland 64-13 in Titan Stadium, sending a message to the entire NJCAA playoff field. Just domination, dude.
Yeah, Iowa Western is number 2 for a reason, right behind Hutchinson. I feel Iowa Western is just playing good, clean football. They're playing at their peak.
They are. They look good and strong. And number 10, Butler exits at Iowa Central. Number 8, Iowa Central. Congratulations, Teran. You picked another winner here. What a battle in Fort Dog. The number 10 Butler Community College Grizzlies grind out a 28-24 win over number 8 Iowa Central. They let me down in a top 10 thriller at Dog Stadium. Huge road win for Butler as they postseason matchups approach, man. So what do you think?
Yeah, a massive win right there. A very impressive win right there to go on the road to win that. I thought Butler just had themselves a great game plan, especially since the previous week we saw what Butler can do. And at the end of the day, Butler made the plays on the road to beat Iowa Central, and that was massive right there.
It was massive. So we got that. And of course, the Blue Dragons remain unbeaten. They defend Gowan Stadium with a 27-14 win over number 14 Garden City, improving to a 10-0 record and keeping their grip on the number 1 spot. Hux rolls in the playoffs on fire.
Yeah, Hutchinson just continues to play really well, really good football for the most part. Their defense is what really has been impressed me. Their offense is still pretty good. I mean, maybe they could have won a little bit more, but hey, wins are wins, and it doesn't matter how much you win by, as long as you're winning. That's just how it is, especially at this stage of the season.
No, totally, man. So that's some big stuff right there, and that's how you get it done. So, all right, Teran, well, here we go, man. NJCAA D1 playoff semifinals are here. Number 3, Tyler Junior College heads to Council Bluffs to face number 2, Iowa Western, a massive showdown for a spot in the national championship game. So 2 elite defenses, 2 explosive offenses, 1 ticket to the final. And this is it, dude. So what do you think? This is going to be a Friday game, so we won't be on air before this one ends. But what do you think, man? Do you think these Apaches can get it done? Or do you think it's Reaver time?
This one's going to be tough. I mean, Tyler's just playing some great football, but Iowa Western still might have something to say to it. I'm going to still, until someone takes down Iowa Western that's not named Hutchinson, I'll take Iowa Western to win.
I think so, too. This would be a good one. So that's going to be a major game. Super excited for that. I know that's going to be a really fun one there. And, of course, another one. This is going to be a Saturday game, but we might as well talk about it now. This is the other semifinal. Number 4, Northwest Mississippi heads to Kansas to take on undefeated Hutchinson, number 1 at the top here, with a national championship berth on the line. 2 blue blood programs, man, going head-to-head. Who you got?
I got Hutchinson. I mean, no team has really had the answer for them. As good as Northwest Mississippi is, I just think Hutchinson is just playing really good football, and I don't see them slowing down by any means. But that being said, this is now a matter of what you've done right now instead of what you've done then.
Yes.
So Hutchinson's got to apply their now into this game as opposed to what they did back then.
No, totally, Teran. I agree. I couldn't agree more. So again, you and I are going with it. We think that we're going to see a Hutch Iowa Western Championship yet again.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the two best teams in the country, man. Prove us to the other teams. Prove us wrong.
Right.
I've been a Tyler fan all day, all year, but as of right now, I just, dude, I can't help it. I don't want to turn my back on Tyler, but I did. But because Iowa Western, I think is the right deal. So okay, Tim, let's go ahead and move this thing on now into some Division 3. Let's get it. So here we go, Division 3 we go, and well, here it comes, man. Let's go ahead and just run through these playoffs. Muhlenberg down to Union, 34-26. Great game for those guys. Now Mount Union will be taking on Muhlenberg on this Saturday. John Carroll now will be taking on Randolph Macon, and Trinity will be taking on Hardin Simmons over there on the top left bracket. Oh, and LaGrange defeated Framington 24-21. They'll be now taking on Barry in that top left bracket. Of course, we will be talking about those games moving forward on Saturday. But what do you think, man? Muhlenberg over Union and LaGrange over Framington. Solid games.
Yeah, really solid games, if you ask me. I thought both games really just impressed me. Both teams just played good defense. And in the end, the team that wound up winning made the plays to pick up the win. And I think that's what you got to do at this point of the season. It's just basically make the big plays, do your job, and don't like look back on what you did. Just do what you did now.
Yeah, like I said, all or nothing, and that's huge, man. So okay, over on the other side, or we can keep it. I don't know where we're gonna go. Okay, so let's go pod number 2 here. So this was freaking nuts. I can't even wait to talk about this one. Let's go across the top right bracket. Then Wheaton destroys Crown 76-14. But that to me wasn't even wasn't the most impressive win in this bracket. Teran, they did it. The little team from Orange, the Chapman Panthers, they get it done, dude. And they knock off Whitworth 18-16, and they will now take on Wisconsin River Falls. So now this Saturday, we have Wartburg taking on Wheaton, Wisconsin Whitewater taking on DePauw, St. John's, Minnesota taking on Monmouth, Illinois, and River Falls will be hosting Chapman from Orange County. How about that, Teran?
That's crazy. I mean, hats off to Chapman. First and foremost, congratulations to Chapman. They proved me wrong. I was just overall impressed by their win. Their defense really answered the call. I think Chapman deserves their flowers, and I'm interested to see what they'll do against Wisconsin River Falls. I mean, it doesn't even matter. I mean, whether they win or lose, you got to say that Chapman had themselves a great season.
Oh, yeah. Chapman deserves it, dude. They came out of the SIAC. They played well. They did what they had to do, man. And I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Whitworth isn't this crazy world beater team, but they're definitely a freaking good team, good football team up north in Washington, man, Washington State. So nice victory for them. All the best to Chapman moving forward, man. Let's see what they can do versus River Falls. This is gonna be a really fun game here. So let's hope that that the Panthers can make it happen. I'm cheering for these guys right now. They're the only team in California. I hope that they can do it. So that'll be fun. All right. Moving over to Sector 3 or Pod 3, whatever you want to call it. But we have here Hoover and Hanover and Grove City. Teran, we both picked Grove City, and look what happened. Hanover defeats Grove City 23-15. They will now take on the number 1 team in the country, North Central. And then, of course, defeated Concordia, Wisconsin 44-7. They will take on Bethel, Minnesota. Along with those games in that lower left bracket, Hope versus Wisconsin Lacrosse, and Wisconsin Platteville taking on Alma in that bottom left on Saturday. What do you think?
Yeah, those are some pretty darn good games, if you ask me. I was very impressed with and how they were able to take down their opponent quite handily. And then Hanover, I thought, was a pretty darn good game, limiting Grove City offensively. So those were some pretty darn impressive wins right there for some of these teams.
Oh, they were pretty solid here. Looking forward to this, man. It's gonna be fun moving in the playoffs here. And then of course we have the bottom right, South Carolina knocking off Washington Jefferson 38 to 32. They will now take on Christopher Newport, and Springfield took out SUNY Cortland, the champions from 2 years ago. Springfield moves forward. The team from Massachusetts, 21-7. They'll take on Johns Hopkins, and then to join them in that bracket on Saturday, Franklin and Marshall will take on Eastern, and Salisbury will take on Endicott at that bottom right. What do you think?
Yeah, Springfield, I thought I didn't think Springfield was going to pull it off, but they actually did. So great job to them. And then Susquehanna winning that high-scoring affair, that was also pretty darn good as well. So props to both of those teams on getting the wins right there.
Really, really good football, man. So let's see what happens on Saturday. Well, of course, we'll give our previews for all that good stuff on Saturday. So Division II football, Teran, let's go ahead and move it on. Of course, in our show here for today, Division II, we have Cuttsville knocking down Bentley 52-0. They'll go ahead and move on and take on Assumption. Indiana, Pennsylvania knocked off by Assumption. We both assumed that Assumption would lose, and well, Teran, we assumed wrong because now they're taking on Kutztown this week. We have Frostburg State defeating Johnson C. Smith. This was the biggest upset, I think, of the entire freaking bracket because Johnson C. Smith, just miracle season ended, but 21-7. Frostburg State moves on. California, also of Pennsylvania, defeated Virginia Union. We had some upsets in this bracket, dude. All but one actual ranked seeded team moves forward, man. California, Pennsylvania moves forward, and now it's going to be Kutztown and Assumption taking on Frostburg State and California in that top left bracket. Teran, that was a bracket of upsets this weekend.
Absolutely. A really good bracket. It was very fun, and honestly, we got a lot. That bracket had pretty much everything: upsets to blowouts to close games, all that.
I still can't believe Assumption won.
Yeah.
We were having too much fun with that last week, and but yeah, the big one for me obviously is this Frostburg's. What a loss, man. Miracle season over. That was Johnson C. Smith's best ever season. I just oh my gosh, I feel for them because I know that was a special year for them, but it'll end here. But regardless, they did really well, man. So congrats on a great season. And there you go. So, all right, moving forward, we got the next bracket moving right across to the top right. Ferris State, obviously, we knew what they were going to do. They down Northwood 65-14. Ashland takes down Minnesota Duluth 32-7. Minnesota State takes down Findlay, upset right there, 37-14. And the University of Indianapolis, 57-14 over Truman State. Now, Ferris State will take on Ashland, and Minnesota State will take on University of Indianapolis. Teran, that was, to me, that was the more expected, right? In this one.
Yeah, lots of blowouts right there on that side of the on that side of the bracket. Pretty much every team won by 3 or more scores. So, as you said, expected part of the bracket right there.
Yeah, we all thought, right? And that's exactly what it was. But really good stuff there. Again, moving forward, the one for me was Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota State, man, the Mavericks. Again, they've won a championship in the last 10 years, but as Babe Ruth said, the great Babe Ruth, yesterday's home runs don't win today's game. So, just overall, they've done a really, really good job this year of staying relevant, and now they're showing it in the playoffs with pulling off upsets. So good job to those guys, and solid performance there. Let's go to the bottom left. Albany knocked off Valdosta State. I thought Valdosta State could get it done, but tough game for those guys. 35-30 victory down. And then Benedict took out number 4 Wingate. Teran, this was an upset all day long. Benedict wins by 1 point, 25-24. They will now take on Albany. And then we have West Florida taking out North Greenville 43-19. And Newberry defeated Kentucky State 45-24. Now West Florida will take on Newberry. That's a little 3 versus 4 in that seeding in that bottom left bracket. But what do you think, Dan? That was a pretty fun little bracket. We had an upset. We had kind of all the things in there, huh?
Yeah, that was kind of the all around bracket right there. I mean, Benedict was the pretty much the only close one. I mean, same with
Yeah.
Albany State and Valdosta State, but Valdosta State was good. It's just that Albany State was just a little bit better, but Benedict pulling off the win over Wingate was pretty good, really good, if you ask me.
Oh, dude, Valdosta State had a great year last year, and I thought they were going to come back for more, but you never know with these playoffs, man. And apparently they lost a lot of returners, or they didn't get a lot of returners, man. So rough go. But hey, good season there for Valdosta State. Moving forward to the bottom right bracket, Harding knocking off Northwest Missouri State 38-16. We have Pittsburgh State defeating Chadron State 21-17. Western Colorado defeated Central Washington. This has got to be the upset. Well, this is the runner-up, I think, of the upsets of the day for last week. 27-20, they move on. And then Teran, this one's even crazier. Well, I think they're both crazy. I really thought CSU Pueblo would win this thing. And Teran, UT Permian Basin 37-24. Teran, it just goes to show you just got to make it to the dance. Just make it to the dance, and it's a whole new season when you get there. And these two teams believed it, and now they're going to be playing each other in the second round. That's pretty special.
Absolutely, and it just goes to show that if you want to move on, you got to make the big plays. And unfortunately for some of these teams like CSU Pueblo, that's just life in the big city. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, and sadly, that's just your season right there. But gotta give props to Permian Basin and all these other teams. I also gotta give Chadron State some props against Pittsburgh State. I thought Pittsburgh State was going to win a little bit more convincingly, but maybe Pittsburgh State had a little bit of a hangover from their previous rivalry game. So you never know with some of these games. That's why you play the game.
That's why you play the game. So it's the truth, man. So moving forward now, man, into let's see, where are we at now? Let's go ahead and move it on into let's go NAIA real quick, man, before we get to Division I. But yeah, Teran, I mean, you gotta it's a whole new season when you get to the playoffs. That's what it's all about, man. So really good football here. Excited for the teams moving forward, and tough go for the teams who couldn't make it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. The way the football bounces. So, all right, Teran, let's go ahead and talk a little bit of NAIA, man. Number 18, Evangel out of Missouri. They will take on number 16, St. Francis, Indiana. And, well, number 16, St. Francis survive and advance, right? The Cougars edge out number 18, Evangel. 13-12 in an absolute defensive struggle to move on to the NAIA Championship Series. This was moving through it, man. What a battle in Fort Wayne. How about that, dude? That was a good game.
Yeah, real good game. Both defenses came to play. I thought St. Francis just had a little bit more in the tank against Evangel, and that's just how it is sometimes. I mean, defense will sometimes win you your games, and sometimes the offense will do just enough.
No, for sure, and that's exactly what happened here. We had here a thriller at Victory Field, number 15, Southwestern. Oh my gosh, they hold off Reinhardt, man, 24-22. Both teams brought the ground game, but the Fire burned their way to the next round. The Fire of Southeastern Florida moving on. How about that one, man?
Yeah, another amazing game. Both teams were pretty much evenly matched for the most part, but Southeastern was able to just edge out the win over Reinhardt. I thought both teams just played impressively, but gotta give props to Southeastern for making the plays down the stretch.
It was a great one. It really was a good one. So the Fire on their way. Then we had here number 13, William Penn, the Statesman, make a statement. The Statesmen make a statement in their postseason run, rolling past number 20, Texas Wesleyan, poor Rams, 38-9. A dominant rushing attack sends the Statesmen into round number 2.
Yeah, this was the only blowout of the first round. So I give props to William Penn. They really came to play. I thought they defended their home field well, and unfortunately, that's just how it is for Texas Wesleyan. But William Penn, they proved themselves as a strong team.
No, they did. They definitely did. And really, really good football game there, man, overall. And Well, let's see what we can get this week, man. I'm really, we got some good ones coming up this week. We won't get into those right now, but I'm definitely going to be talking about those. So tune in on Saturday because we're going to be jumping through those in the NAIA. And then, of course, Teran, let's go ahead and make our turn over to if I can get the banner, to the FCS and talk about the seeding because, well, the bracket's officially here. And let's see. Let me go ahead and just, give me a little sum up here of what's going down in the FCS. The bracket is up and ready to go. So first round, man. Illinois State versus number 16, Southeastern Louisiana. The Illinois State Redbirds look to power through on the ground as they've been, but Southeast Louisiana enters after a hot season, climbing into the top 25. Should be a physical, fun game here. We have Central Connecticut State taking on number 9, Rhode Island. This is a good one here. This rides the conference title. Central Connecticut rides conference title, but Rhode Island is hunting for a deep run after a historic 10-win season, so that's a fun one. Yale taking on number 15, Youngstown State. Yale brings elite Ivy League defense that they've done all year. Youngstown State, I mean, these guys have been very, very, very good this year. That's a great matchup. Lamar versus number 10, Abilene Christian. They aim to rebound after a tough loss, but they made it into the playoffs. So Abilene Christian, they're number 10, dude. They made it. They've been a high-tempo offense. They've been strong, man. So we're going to see what they can do. Harvard made it into the dance. They're taking on number 12, Villanova. The unbeaten Harvard Crimson take on their biggest challenge yet in Villanova's power run game. We have North Dakota taking on number 13, Tennessee Tech. North Dakota looks to reassert itself in a roller coaster finish here, while Tennessee Tech rides an 11-1 breakout season. And then, of course, Drake versus number 11, South Dakota. Drake brings momentum after taking the Pioneer League crown, but South Dakota is a proven MVFC heavyweight, ready to make some noise. And then another first-round action, the final game, New Hampshire taking on number 14, South Dakota State. New Hampshire enters confident, but South Dakota State, last year's champs, South Dakota State, they know the postseason all too well. So don't be fooled by that strong team there of the Jacks. So Teran, and by the way, let me go ahead and rephrase all of that. So top left, Illinois State, Southeastern Louisiana, and then Central Connecticut State and Rhode Island. The winners go on to take North Dakota State and UC Davis. Top right, Yale and Youngstown State, Lamar University and Abilene Christian. The winners take on Montana State, who just won a huge game there, man. I kind of just want to talk about that really quick too, Teran, because that was a freaking football game, man. Like, oh my gosh, that was a good game. They downed the Grizz at home, which is crazy. I did not see that coming, man. But the Grizzlies, they get the victory, man. That was incredible, man. We both picked the Grizzlies to win, I think. But for the first time ever, both teams, man, again, they were ranked super duper high, and big victory there for the Bobcats over the Grizzlies, man, in Missoula. So they headed back to Bozeman, very, very happy and crazy, man. 31-28 to clinch the Big Sky crown atop of the in a top 3 showdown. So just a huge game there for the Cats. And now you see Montana State there with the number 2 seed, and they'll take on the winner of Yale and Youngstown State. And then we have Lamar University and Abilene. The winner will go on to take on SF Austin. Bottom left, Harvard versus Villanova. Winner takes on Lehigh, North Dakota, and Tennessee Tech. The winner takes on Tarleton State. And then bottom right, Drake versus South Dakota. Winner takes on Mercer and New Hampshire and South Dakota State. Winner takes on Montana. So, Teran, I said a whole bunch. What do you think?
Wow, that Montana State win was very good, really good. And it just goes to show that you never know when it comes to rivalry games, and especially with a lot on the line when it comes to postseason and whatnot. So congrats to Montana State. I really like this bracket, and also pretty interested to see UC Davis still getting the first round bye. It just shows that they're not going anywhere, but I think the team still to beat is North Dakota State.
Yeah, these guys are good. They're strong. We know what they're capable of. We know what they're all about. And yeah, you got to beat the champs, right? So there you go, dude. It's been a fun season so far on the FCS. But as of right now, I mean, this is what you see. This is what you see is what you get. And this is you, dude. I know they're not going to win it, but the team I'm truly pulling for right now is Harvard. What a season, right?
They're the little red engine that could.
The little crimson engine, yes.
Yeah, Crimson. Sorry.
It's all good. No. I just throwing their name in there. But yeah, I think they're such a good football team, man. And I don't think they're going to be winning anything. I want them to, but I don't think they will. But again, I really would hope that. I would love to see that. So there you go. There is the FCS, and there it is, Terrence. So let's go ahead and circle on back, dude, into the FBS now, and get on into well, some of these games coming on up. We have. Let's take a look. All right. So we already talked about the games coming up for this week, which we got into those, right? We talked about the games, well, rivalry week and everything coming on up, and we talked about some action. But overall, Teran, I'll let you go ahead and start this one off, man. This one's always fun. This past week, we saw some things, right? We saw Tennessee and Florida in a horrible football game. I don't know. I mean, again, we got to stop this nonsense. We need to stop this. But overall, man, just a crazy week here. What were your thoughts on the FBS this past weekend?
Well, there were quite a bit of some fun matchups, quite a bit of some duds, and then quite a bit of surprises as well. So I was very impressed by some of these teams, like Northwestern. Even though they don't really have college football playoff hopes, they're going bowling, which was very awesome to see.
Mm-hmm.
TCU was able to inch out a win over Houston. Wisconsin, can't believe they're starting to surge right now, but them beating Illinois was pretty darn impressive in the fashion that they beat them in. We expected Tennessee to beat Florida. If Tennessee had any pride left, they were not going to lose to a team such as Florida. So just a lot of great results and whatnot, and just a lot of great. And unfortunately, Mercer lost to Auburn, but that's just how it is. That's just the unfortunate nature of FCS versus FBS. It looked interesting in the first quarter, and then Auburn kind of turned on the gas.
They did, and that's just what happened. I mean, overall, I can't help but to bring this one up really fast. SC played a decent game, still found their way to a loss up in Autzen, but I don't know. Teran, overall, SC didn't deserve the playoffs this year anyway.
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't discuss that.
I know. I didn't want to, but I had to bring it up, but
gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
Gotta rip the Band-Aid off. Not a good game. That was definitely the game of the week last week. And look, it was a valiant effort, man. Trojans fought, but overall, man, the Ducks just overcame. The Ducks were the better team.
Yep, I hate to say it, but I agree. And yeah, it sucks. I mean, no, there's no silver linings. I mean, USC is still improving, but I think we all want to see like results as SC fans.
We do, and it's rough, man. So like I said, this week, we kind of already got through FBS, but I just want to recap a few of those games because obviously that was the one. Tennessee, obviously the Saturday Night Football game, which obviously TV deals are what make that on ABC, but it really should have been SC and Oregon being the game of the week. But Tennessee obviously easily handles Florida 31-11 in the swamp. Bishop sets the tone, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. But overall, Teran, did you even watch that game on Saturday night?
Nope.
Yeah, nope. Very forgettable. But that was the Saturday night game. But of course, like I said, this week will be a lot of fun. No matter what, rivalries are going to be a lot of fun moving forward. I'm really excited for these games coming on up this weekend, and let's see what happens. Looking forward to the Victory Bell, UCLA, and USC. Watch that be a really, really good game.
Yeah.
But other than that, dude, I am so excited for for some of these games coming on up, man. And again, looking forward to some of these Friday games. I think that's going to be monumental for some of these Friday games. Again, Arizona and Arizona State, something that I am so excited to watch. So we shall see. But all right, Teran, well, let's go ahead and move it forward into the NFL. You got anything else for college or no?
No, I don't.
All right, Teran. Well, let's move it on now into the NFL and finish off this weekend style, man, because, well, that's what we got left. And, of course, we got some Thanksgiving games to talk about. So let's do it. And then a little bit of fun here at the end. I want to talk about, at the end of this, I want to talk about some power rankings. So, okay, let's move forward into, where are we at? Okay, let's go into these Thanksgiving games, man, because, well, we have some games that I feel are, I don't know. These ones are going to be some tone setters. So was my little NFL banner up there? And there it is. Yep, I was making sure it was up. Alrighty, but definitely some tone setters for this week. And let's start things off with the early game. Of course, we know who always plays the early game. The Lions always play host. Well, who are they hosting? Their arch nemesis, the Green Bay Packers. This is going to be fun. Thanksgiving football is always a lot of fun, but I feel like this one has a little extra on it, Teran. I don't know. Let's go ahead and give a build up. The NFC North delivers its annual holiday fight, man, and this year it's a high stakes battle between two teams fighting to keep pace with Chicago, which is crazy for the division lead. So, some storylines. Jordan Love is quietly having one of the cleanest seasons in the NFL. 15 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, and overall 2,500 yards. He's not blowing teams out. He's controlling games, and I'll take that. Jared Goff is having a better statistical season. Okay, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, nearly 2,800 yards, spreading the ball around. Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the most explosive running backs in the NFC right now. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown remaining uncoverable. He's been amazing. And Micah Parsons, 10 sacks in the season. Aiden Hutchinson, 8.5. Dude, this is going to be huge. The matchup for me, we have Packers offense versus Lions defense. Okay, can the Packers thrive on balance here? Even if Jacobs is banged up, I mean, he's still a threat. Detroit is vulnerable through the air right now. Expect Love to hit Doubs, Reed, Watson. I mean, lots of players here, but overall, Lions versus Packers defense. Gibbs is an X factor in every way. Amon-Ra St. Brown is banged up, but the Packers secondary, I mean, it's questionable right now. Key factors, we got some turnovers. I mean, I don't know, dude. We got some good stuff here, man. Key factors, both quarterbacks protect the ball very well, but who can turn the ball? Who can get the ball turned over? Pass rush, whoever wins between Parsons and the Packers D-line and Detroit. I mean, this is going to be crazy to see. So, I don't know. Those are my storylines, but my prediction is expect a classic Thanksgiving shootout with both teams trading sustained drives and Detroit's home advantage and Gibbs' explosiveness, I honestly think gives them a slight edge. I'm going Lions 27-24. Teran, what do you think about this game?
Yeah, I think that's about right. I think the Lions win a close one. This one could go either way. Last time these two teams faced one another, Packers got the better of the Lions, but I think the Lions know how big of a game this is going to be. They know that they can ill afford to lose anymore, especially to their division foe. So I'll take Lions in a close one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game, but yeah, man, I don't know. I don't see the Packers are good, but I don't know, man. I think the Lions are gonna defend their turf, and this is a good football team, man. I really do believe this is a really good team, and I don't know. It's a hard one to pick. It really is. But if I gotta pick somebody, I'm gonna go Lions at home. So good stuff there. So all right, Teran. Let's go ahead and move it on now into the next one, the afternoon game, if you will. We have here Packers. Packers. We have Chiefs and Cowboys, man. So storylines here. Patrick Mahomes is quietly putting together a strong little performance here, even though they're not, the Chiefs are not the strongest team in the NFL. Dak Prescott, he's basically the comeback player of the year. I mean, dude is playing pretty solid here. George Pickens having a solid game here. And both defenses, they look bend, don't break. Mahomes will target mismatches over the middle. And without Trey Smith, Kansas City's offensive line could struggle. We have Rashee Rice versus Hollywood Browns one-on-one in opening space. So, I mean, overall, man, Cowboys want balance. If Pickens plays, Dallas gains legitimate downfield threat. We have key factors: third down efficiency. Kansas City is elite when Mahomes is in the pocket. Pass rush without Pickens, 100% is, Dak must get the ball out faster. And overall, injuries, Cowboys secondary is banged up with Mahomes, which Mahomes can definitely attack. So my prediction, Dallas is hot, but Mahomes on Thanksgiving with Kelsey and Rice ascending feels like trouble. I'm going to go Chiefs 30-27. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it'll be the Chiefs winning. I think it'll be a little bit lower. I think it might be another close. I think it'll probably be like 24-21 Chiefs.
That's fair.
As good as the Dallas Cowboys have been playing as of late, I think the Chiefs always find a way.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair to say. Overall, man, I think it's going to be a really fun game because I feel like, you know what? Dallas is going to fight at home. Dallas will fight at home. So, I don't know. Do you think do you think at any point in this game the Cowboys can actually pull this thing off, or do you think it's going to be all Chiefs?
I think the Cowboys can pull it off. I think the Cowboys have been playing great as of late. I think that the Cowboys, if they just continue to play for their fallen teammate Marshawn Nealand, I think there's nothing they can't do. And I think this Cowboys team is starting to believe. That's the big thing about this Cowboys team.
Yes.
They're believing in one another, and they know they're putting to fruition that they can win these games.
And they can. So, Anna, are you taking the Cowboys?
I'm taking the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs 24-21, close one.
Okay, well, that's a good game. Let's see what happens. But, yeah, I think it'll be a good game here. See what Mahomes and company can do. And then finally, Thanksgiving night, Thursday night football in Baltimore. Thanksgiving night in Baltimore. Cincinnati is spiraling. They've lost 4 straight and now deal with the quarterback uncertainty. Flacco's questionable. Burrow's on the IR stuff. Crazy. So Baltimore enters on a 5-game win streak, playing their best football of the season. Lamar is dealing with a toe injury. But regardless, they can still be good. Bengals defense is severely shorthanded right now without Trey Hendrickson. Basically their engine. The matchup breakdown, we have the Ravens offense versus the Bengals defense. Derrick Henry has having a great year, 871 yards, 9 touchdowns. If Lamar plays, quarterback run threat can come into a major problem here. Zay Flowers versus Cincinnati's banged up secondary is a mismatch waiting to happen. Bengals offense versus Ravens defense. So if Flacco starts, expect a quick passing veteran style game plan. Chase 861 yards, still elite, but Baltimore will double him and force anyone else to win. Bengals O-line versus Ravens blitz packages is the biggest matchup of the night. But key factors for me: Baltimore's pass rush versus a vulnerable Bengals defensive line. Turnover margin: Bengals have been turnover heavy in every loss, and injuries. If Lamar sits, the game stays close. If he plays, the advantage swings heavily to Baltimore. My prediction is Baltimore is rolling at home, and Thanksgiving will Baltimore is rolling at home on Thanksgiving with the far heavier roster. Ravens win 27-17. What do you think?
Well, you mentioned that Joe Burrow's still on IR. Not so fast, my friend. I think Joe Burrow hinted on Instagram that he put in his story that he said he's back. So That being said, I still have the Ravens winning. Ravens are just playing better football as of late. Bengals defense stinks. Even with Joe Burrow, I just don't think the Bengals can keep up with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are probably going to run and throw all over Cincy.
Yeah, well, I like that. I like not so fast, I like that. You pulled a Lee Corso. The great Lee Corso retired this year, man. Glad to have him. Glad to have a little reference there, Teran. But yeah, I agree. It should be a fun game. I hope it is. I hope it's a good game. Let's see if Burrow pops out and plays. Can you imagine if Burrow plays and Lamar Jackson doesn't?
Lamar is back.
All right. I was trying to make it fun here, Teran, but no, yeah, you're right. Lamar's back. He's good. But yeah, dude, this will be crazy. This will be freaking nuts, man. Looking forward to it. But there you go. And then, of course, our other preview. So that's Thursday Night Football. And then, of course, we got NFL Black Friday coming on up, man. And this is our final preview, final preview of the night or of the morning, whatever. Sorry. This one, of course, a little Black Friday showdown, a blockbuster NFC matchup. I don't know if we can call it that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, we can, but the Eagles, I don't know. We're going to see what's up. But this one's going to be crazy, man. The 8-3 Bears taking on the 8-3 Eagles. Storylines here. Chicago enters 4 straight victories, man. Caleb Williams playing clean, high-level football. Philly is coming off a tough collapse versus Dallas and needs a bounce-back win. But both defenses are banged up, especially in the secondary. This is a potential NFC playoff preview somewhere along the lines in those playoffs. So Bears offense versus Eagles defense. Caleb Williams, he's 2,500 yards for the year, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We'll see. Can't take care of the ball. Roma Dunzier, man, this guy has been good year. 653 yards, 6 touchdowns. Becomes key matchup. Eagles secondary has injuries. Chicago's O-line has been shaky at times, facing a Philly front that's usually pretty solid. Eagles offense versus Bears defense. So Jalen Hurts, 17 touchdowns, 1 interception, remains efficient. Saquon Barkley, 684 yards, is due for a breakout game, honestly. The Bears missing Tremaine Edwards on IR hurts badly against Philly's downhill run schemes. But Devontae Smith, man, 754 yards versus Chicago's corner. Injuries there is a mixed match. And personally, third down factors here, or key factors, third down. Chicago has struggled here. Hurts thrives in these spots. Pressure on Caleb Williams. If Philly hits him early, rhythm collapses, in my opinion. And then turnovers, well, Eagles rarely turn it over, but that's the Bears' path to follow. Will they do it? Can they do it? And then, of course, X factors here. The Bears, I think Roma Dunzier, if he wins the matchups, Chicago stays in it. And for the Eagles, Saquon Barkley, this has to be it. Could control the game script, depending on how good he is. Prediction from me, it's a good game, but Philly at home and better defensive line and the more experienced quarterback in big moments. I'm going Eagles 27-23.
Oh, man, this one's going to be pretty darn good if you ask me. Chicago's been on a roll, but if there's ever a must-win for Philadelphia, it's this one, just because they're starting to lose a little ground on the AFC or NFC East. I mean, they're still pretty much in a very good position, but it's starting to become a little more concerning. So I'm going to pick the Eagles to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago did manage to pull off some trickery and some Deus Ex Machina and whatnot. I think the Eagles, they need this win in the worst way because they're starting to lose momentum. Their offense just needs to find its identity and whatnot.
No, I agree, and that's where we are, dude. So this has been fun, and I'm glad we got to preview these games and get these in. So, Teran, a little bit of fun here at the end of the show, man. We're in our last few moments here of the show, but I will say it's been a crazy year. Looking at the AFC East, get the crap out of here. Patriots 10-2. Bills 7-4, Dolphins 4-7, Jets 2-9. Patriots are the hottest team in the NFL right now, 9 straight wins. Bills healthy again, but inconsistent. Dolphins improving after back-to-back wins, and the Jets have collapsed after a brief midseason spark. Any thoughts there on the AFC East?
The Patriots have exceeded expectations here. Bills have really been a disappointment. I mean, it's starting to. I don't want to say that their Super Bowl window has closed, but they really they might need to hit the reset button, but still build around Josh Allen.
Agreed. AFC North division notes for this one, man. Ravens have won 5 straight. They're 6-5. Ravens, Steelers 6-5. Bengals 3-8. Browns 3-8. Ravens have won 5 straight after a rough year. Steelers strong defense, but offense is uneven. Bengals, man, that with Burrow season. Without Burrow, they've been derailed, but Could this be somewhat of a comeback? I don't think so. But Browns, I mean, Shador breathes life, but I don't think it's going to be enough. What do you think?
Yeah, Ravens have really looked good since the return of most of their key players. Steelers have just kind of cooled off. I feel that's kind of they've gotten complacent ever since the Ravens have gotten some of their key guys back. So it'll be interesting to see who wins between those two. Who wins the division between those two?
Big time. AFC South. We have the Colts at 8-3, Jaguars at 7-4, Texans at 6-1, Titans at 1-10. So my notes: Colts undefeated, 6-0 at home. They look good. I think they can close this one out. But the Jaguars are heating up. They're on their tail. Texans, sneaky good, strong metrics. But will it be enough? And then obviously the Texans, the Titans are a dumpster fire. So there you go.
Yeah, Colts have been quite the surprise this year, but their grip on the division is starting to loosen. Jacksonville has been on a surge. The Texans, with Davis Mills as their quarterback, have turned it around, and heaven knows if they get C.J. Stroud back, their offense will wake up. Like the Texans are the prime definition of really good defense, but not a good offense. So Colts better watch their back because Jacksonville and Texans are right on their coattails.
Agreed. AFC West, the Broncos at 9-2, Chargers at 7-4, Chiefs at 6-5. Crazy seeing them third, and then the Raiders where they belong in the basement. 2-9. Sorry, that's my team. Whatever. Broncos, biggest surprise in the AFC. That's for sure. 8 straight wins. Chargers, inconsistent but dangerous. Chiefs look mortal, but still very much alive, and the Raiders are basically the Titans.
Yeah, Broncos winning all these games is quite astounding. I mean, they're winning in close fashion, but it's probably because their defense is the big reason and not their offense. I feel their offense just waits till the fourth quarter to arrive. And I mean, it's great that Denver is competitive again, but will they be able to replicate what their success come playoff time? That's the big question.
That is the big question. So let's go ahead and rapid fire through the NFC really quick. NFC East, 8-3. Eagles 8-3. Cowboys 5-5. Commanders 3-8. Giants at 2-10. Eagles lead, but they're slipping. Cowboys are surging after a historic comeback. What will they do? And the Giants and Commanders just full collapse.
Yeah, Giants are out officially. Commanders, unless I mean, they're not even in the playoff picture, so I don't even know if it's worth bringing Jaden Daniels back. So I feel it's just between Dallas and Philly. As long as Philly doesn't have too many other bad losses, I think they should repeat as NFC East champs.
Same here. NFC North, we have the Bears at 8-5, Packers at 7-3, Lions at 7-4, and Vikings at 4-7. Bears winning close games despite negative point differential. Crazy. Packers quietly elite defensively. What more can they do? Lions inconsistent but explosive. They're still in the hunt. And the Vikings injury ravaged. I don't even know what to say about that team moving forward.
Yeah, the Vikings are unfortunately a gong show where the Bears, Packers, and Lions, it's really looking like it's going to be a down to the wire race for the NFC North crown. And probably one of those teams could be on the outside looking in come playoff time.
Totally, and that's something, man. NFC South, Buccaneers 6-5, Panthers 6-6, Falcons at 4-7, and Saints at 2-9. Nobody is above 500. I mean they are, but 500, I guess 550. It's wide open. Panthers inconsistently, but totally feisty. Falcons struggling, but not dead. And the Saints, another Raiders Titans deal here.
Yeah, this one is going to be interesting. I think that the Panthers actually, like I said, they still have a chance to clinch the South. But if Tampa can get Baker Mayfield back or some of their other key guys back, then expect the Bucs to still reign supreme in the NFC South. But this is probably the worst division of the league, and that's no disrespect to the teams. It's just basically everyone is just tripping on one another.
That's pretty much where it is. And then the NFC West, man. Rams at 9-2, Seahawks at 8-3, Niners at 8-4, Cardinals at 3-8. NFC West is the best division in the NFL, honestly. At least I think. Rams are a legit Super Bowl contender. Seahawks, elite offense, improving defense. Niners, surging again. And the Cardinals, competitive, but just overwhelmed.
Yeah, I mean, just like the NFC North, one team from the NFC West is probably going to be on the outside looking in. So between the Rams, Seahawks, and Niners, it's going to be a very competitive race. And those three teams have been having stellar seasons, and they've even had to overcome some early losses and whatnot. So I think this is going to be an interesting race. It's probably going to boil down to the final few weeks of the season to crown a champion.
It really will, man. So if the season ended today, this is my playoff picture, I think, of what it would look like. But Patriots, obviously, in the AFC, they're moving on. Then it'll be Chargers at Broncos, Jaguars at Colts, and Bills at Ravens. And in the hunt, we have Chiefs, Texans, Steelers. In the NFC, we have the Rams out front, obviously, first round bye. I know it'd be Packers at Bears, Niners at Eagles, and Seahawks at Buccaneers. And in the hunt, we have Lions, Panthers, and Cowboys. So that's kind of what it would be. And then right now, dude, as we end out the show, I just want to throw something cool out there right now. I put together some tiers. Let me know what you think. But my top tier right now of rankings, the contenders, Rams, Patriots, Broncos, Seahawks are right there. Can win it with with a January run, really can win it with a December run. Eagles, Colts, Bills, Niners, Packers, Lions, playoff caliber, but need more, honestly. In this last month, Chiefs, Chargers, Jaguars, Steelers, Texans, Bears in the hunt, but these are coin flip teams, man. Buccaneers, Panthers, Cowboys, Ravens, Dolphins, Commanders, and Falcons. Spoiler teams with lots of flaws. They can play spoiler, but they're not going nowhere. Browns, Vikings, Cardinals, Jets, and Giants. And then my total resets, man. And the Jets, honestly, I think belong here too. They're in both. Raiders, Saints, Bengals, Titans. What do you think?
I think it's a pretty accurate tier list right there. I think it's just going to boil down to a bunch of these teams having to win these big games because the season's starting to wind down really quick. We're in week 13, and we're already like 2/3 of the way, or 3/4 of the way done, if not 2/3.
That's it, dude. We're almost done, but I think that's fair. I thought that was a fair little system that I could put together there. But overall, man, that's it. I think, as of right now, the true dominant monsters, the Rams are the Rams. They're getting it, dude. The Patriots, I did not see them up there this year, but they're doing great. The Broncos, did not see them, but there they are. The Seahawks, I did not see them up there, but they're there. So it's crazy, man. I wouldn't think in my second tier I would see the likes of the Eagles or the Packers or the Lions down there. The Colts surprised me, though, being there. The Bills I thought would be a top-tier team, but it just goes to show you, dude, you got to play the games, man. So let's see how it goes. Let's see, man. But overall, dude, fun show. Great stuff as always. Teran, anything you want to throw out, shout out, anything before the end of the show today, man?
I think I've pretty much shouted out everything. I'll be at San Clemente High on Saturday for San Clemente Los Alamitos in the CIF Southern Section Division 2 Championship, and it'll be fun.
It is definitely going to be fun, Teran. You'll throw some videos up there or something, man. But 551 listeners for a Wednesday morning on Thanksgiving week. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. Not our usual high numbers, but obviously we're not on a Saturday morning. It's a holiday. So, hey, we thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed all of our previews. What was that, Teran?
We started really early.
And we started really early. So we thank everybody, though, for tuning in and being a part of it. You guys are amazing. But there you go, Teran. That is that, dude. We are out of here for the day, man. But it has been a great show. Definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in and being here, man. But just fun all the way around. Definitely appreciate you all. And that is that, man. So make sure you show us some love, man. Give us a follow all over the place. X, TikTok. Subscribe to us on YouTube at IE Sports Radio. We appreciate you all so very much, guys. Big shout out to our awesome sponsors, Planet Jerky, the Jerkettes on a whole other planet, as well as Vital Apparel. We didn't play their thing today, but appreciate them supporting mental health. Show some love to those guys, man, and get some awesome gym wear. Donate you guys buy from them. You help donate to mental health research. Use IESR, the code at checkout, for 15% off of their comfortable and inspiring gym wear, and to help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. So, with that said, you guys, for my boy Teran Rodriguez, for me, your boy Larry B, that is that. Thanksgiving special is over, and we will see you guys on Saturday morning, bright and early. Be there or be square. I'm just playing. I just wanted to say that, kind of funny. But anyway, Teran, that's going to do it for us. For Teran, For me, your boy Larry B, we will see you Saturday. Until then, take care, have a happy Thanksgiving, and as always, God bless.
Peace.